Hello, poetry lovers. The video tonight shows the creation of a new free verse poem I'm calling Things to Teach My Daughter about forgiveness. Stick around to the end of the video to see the complete first draft. This is the fourth poem in a series I've been working on for a while now. You can see the other poems in this series on my channel, or I've linked them in the description. And honestly, I started out writing this new piece in the series in part because I'm trying to write a poem every week, but late on this Saturday night, I had absolutely nothing. I had no ideas, nothing I wanted to bother thinking about, and zero energy left. It had been such a hard week of parenting and homeschooling, and in addition to feeling tired, I was frustrated with myself and honestly with my kids. I just wanted a break. So I borrowed some leftover inspiration from a series that I haven't added to in a while, and I turned to the frustration I was feeling for the opening content. This series is called Things to Teach My Daughter. I'm thinking of these poems as a reminder to myself or an intentional articulation of the things I hope my daughter will learn about specific themes. I've looked so far at anger, hope, and grief. So sitting down with all that context in mind helped me to begin to frame what I really wanted to say. I selected a real event from earlier that day to center the poem in concrete reality, and the writing started out smoothly and quickly. I wrote 15 lines like this, moving easily through describing the scene, and then, after I'd been writing for about 6 minutes, I stalled. The time had come to start moving the poem toward explaining the point, but I still had no idea what I wanted to say about it. I added a line, then used my thesaurus to help with some wording ideas, but I continued to move very slowly because I just didn't know what I thought. But that, of course, is one of the greatest functions of writing in general and poetry in particular. Going through the process of writing or reading a poem can help you to understand your ideas, even those that seemed hidden from your own consciousness beforehand. Writing poetry has helped me understand myself, my thoughts, my hopes, my goals, and my place in the world so much better. So here, as I stalled, as I wrote slowly, as I worked inch by inch toward a resolution to this poem, I was really working on finding out my own unexpressed thoughts. At this point, I could tell I was near the end of the poem. I just needed one or two more concise statements to bring the poem to the point I needed to reach. But I wrote and crossed out first one, then another, then a third. The vast majority of my time writing this poem was just struggling with this section. I kept reading back over, kept making little additions and then deleting them, kept struggling to figure out what exactly I was trying to express. This process may have been easier, honestly, if I hadn't rushed to start this poem and if I hadn't been so fatigued. But this was the time that I had, and I spent most of it messing up and then trying again. In the end, I returned to a metaphor that would tie the thematic statement to two of the sensory details the poem had already included. And I think this is a good strategy. If you're trying to find a strong ending to a poem, look back at what you already have, see how you can reimagine it and connect it to your point in a new way. Using that strategy here helped me finally put words on what I'd been working toward. I'm still not sure if I'm totally satisfied with the ending here, but I'm interested in the idea I ended up writing about, and I'm proud of myself for making it happen. Here's the first draft of Things to Teach My Daughter About Forgiveness, written in about 26 minutes on February 17th, 2024. Things to Teach My Daughter About Forgiveness. You kicked me in the face. The whole day was hard, and then, hands literally full of your flailing hands, I leaned over you and took your foot straight to the eyebrow. I gasped, dropped your fists, clasped my smarting eye as tears wet my palm, and you cried. Afraid of wrath of what you'd done, I lifted your nearly 4 frame and settled you safe on my lap. I comforted you. I kissed your hair and crooned consolation, showing my love couldn't be kicked away. All that to say, it isn't easy. Impossible, really. Never ask yourself to forgive someone you will not love, because it can't be done. As I write, I hear your deep, sleeping breath on the monitor. My heart is for you. As sighs from a sleeping child, as tears from a socked eye, forgiveness flows from love. Thanks for watching this episode of Ars Poetica. If you enjoyed watching poetry happen, please like and subscribe. Then go make some art.